And the award for the most petty podcaster of the year goes to, drumroll, Tim Pool of Timcast for an epic and memorable performance of a sad rant about Candace Owens stealing his views.
On YouTube, pull up whatever conservative personalities that you've heard of and look at their view count, and you'll see they've dropped dramatically. You'll also see Candace is doing pretty dang well.
Tim can't be here today. He is probably refreshing the page of his YouTube analytics. But I want to congratulate him because the competition for this award was fierce. He had to compete with all those TPUSA pastors screaming that Candace Owens is evil. Yet the cringe in his performance was unbeatable. Keep watching till the end to view and discuss the clips of his podcast with me. Okay, we are laughing, but things are getting less and less funny. It's actually super eerie what's happening around Candace Owens' news right now. As you all probably already know, she announced on X last week that Macron's ordered and paid for her assassination. And everything that happened since was just weird. It almost feels like there are two types of people out there. Those that want to discredit her by calling her names, calling her crazy, lunatic, deranged, and those that want the story to die. There are two major trends that are happening simultaneously, and none of them are in favor of Candace. It's very, very obvious that it's orchestrated this way. One, anyone out there with a platform is screaming Candace is crazy, including Tim Pool, the world's Pastor Rob McCoy, and others. We will talk about it in detail in a second. Two, the second trend is no coverage or minimal coverage in the media. The articles that did make it online are just repeating hateful claims about Candace. Anyway, let's start with the first trend in the Discredit Candace campaign. We have influencers, be it YouTubers, podcasters, even freaking pastors and reverends, basically anyone with a platform, they are all singing the same tune, Candace is crazy and evil. Repeat after me, Candace is crazy and evil. Including Tim Pool, who sank really, really low on his podcast a couple of days ago. It was really pathetic and disturbing to watch. It's one thing to be critical of someone or to be skeptical of their claims, because hey, we are all waiting for the rest of the story, okay? Monday's episode of Candace's podcast will be the most watched thing in history of YouTube. We want to hear the names. We want to see the proof. We also want the US president to make a statement. We are all waiting for it as much as the haters are. With the difference that we understand that if her life was in fact in danger, she did the best possible thing by posting it online. Anyway, Tim Pool, have a look at this clip and tell me what you think.
I've mentioned this over the past week or so. Everybody knows that views right now in politics are in the gutter.
Okay.
Candace is doing very, very well, though.
Right.
And I think, you know, look, if you want to get my professional marketing assessment of this, you take a look at some of these prominent personalities, and I don't want to denigrate, so I'm not going to name them, but guys, I'm telling you this right now, go on YouTube, pull up whatever conservative personalities that you've heard of, and look at their view count, and you'll see they've dropped dramatically. You'll also see Candace is doing pretty dang well. The conversation behind the scenes, everyone knows why. It's exactly as you've described. If people always need the next level. We've talked about this in the past about how they call Trump Hitler. It starts with saying, you know, Trump is bad, then Trump is racist, then Trump is very racist, then he's the most racist, then he's almost as bad as Hitler, then he's as bad as Hitler, then he's worse than Hitler. Because if they write the same article, Trump is racist, nobody clicks it. So they got to give you it's the hit's got to get bigger. You don't feel it anymore. Behind the scenes, everybody is pissed off because they're like, I wish I was as evil as some of these people where I can just lie to get the views. But if you make a video where you're like, Marjorie Taylor Greene resigns, here are my...
You don't have to lie to make your content interesting and watchable. But I think a bunch of middle-aged men sitting around the table complaining, maybe that's getting old. And middle age is not an insult here. I'm approaching middle age too, okay? So no shade.
In the vicinity.
And my professional marketing opinion, okay? Number one rule is, audience or viewer is always right. If you start losing them, then it's you, not them. Find more interesting stories, thumbnails, titles. Everyone is in the same boat. Everyone struggles the same way to capture the viewer. But it's the first time I hear someone blaming Candace Owens for it. Listen to this.
Everyone knows. Bro, everyone knows Marjorie Taylor Greene's resigning. So why are they going to watch you over anybody else? As more people enter the space, and we're at the back end of a political year, which was this year is ending and it was a non-political year. Views are going to be in the gutter, revenue is going to be down, and people are going to be feeling it. You got two choices. Stay true, dance with the ebb and the flow. Next year's midterms, views will start increasing for political content. You got three choices. Pivot and try and do non-political stuff, cultural stuff that may be of general interest. I think we've tried doing that quite a bit throughout the past several years, knowing this cycle. So that's why some of our videos, like Solar Storm videos, like 200,000 views. But we've always had those guests on. Your third option. Roll with it, baby. France wants to kill me. There's an Israeli in it. The White House knows. I'm fleeing. And then what happens next? You made that point. What's the next degree? Jump in the back of a van, screaming and live streaming.
Those who can't do, teach. So pathetic. Why is he crying about not getting as many views as Candace? Candace, who's #1 podcast worldwide right now. None of us will get views like her. So they are basically sitting around and complaining that people prefer to watch her podcast. And they heavily insinuate that she is saying and doing everything for views. It can't be that she built her reputation over the years, right? She did Shot in the Dark series or a documentary about Black Lives Matter, both eye-opening and incredible. Great examples of her investigative work. Even earlier than that, people still watch her clips from 2018 with Charlie Kirk and are impressed with her. Becoming Brigitte wasn't even supposed to be a series till she got the legal letter from Macron's. She knew she stumbled onto something big, so she made a decision to turn it into series. And yes, part of her success is the way she speaks, her wit, her sarcasm. You either love it or hate it. Simple. So maybe, Tim Pool, it's time to invest into some personality instead of sitting and bitching about Candace Owens being too interesting and stealing your viewership.
There's another option. The option I've chosen.
Retire?
No, absolutely not. What we're talking about is riding the Candace Owens wave. If Candace Owens is a wave, then I'll just grift Candace Owens. I got to get my reparations somehow, okay? if the views are down across the board and Candace Owens got the views, then I'm going to talk about Candace Owens. She got to give me some of those views. I need some of those views. She's hot right now. I need my payback.
Are people gonna watch that?
What?
Are people going to watch that?
It's been working for me.
Okay.
There you go.
I've been rigging the algorithm on X. Just Candace Owens. Oh, is she hot right now? I'm just typing Candace Owens. And people are like, oh my God, you got 7K? I'm trying to get 7K from Elon after this post. That's what I'm trying to do.
What you do is you start your X post as saying like, did you see Candace Owens ? And then under it put, hey guys, there's a bar meetup, come hang out, there's burgers. And then everyone sees it and they're like, what's up with Candace Owens? You'll be like, oh, I don't know. I just put it in there because they're gonna share it. For some reason, big tech platforms are going to share the name Candace Owens with you.
Yes.
They want you to watch your content. They want you to watch content critical of Israel. I'm going to say this. Something about, anti-Zionist content from Candace, YouTube really, really wants you to watch. She is not being silenced.
And you really, really don't like it. You put Candace Owens in your title. Let's see those views.
2,000 years later.
28,000 2 days ago. Okay. I don't know. And that's how it works. Big companies that want to make money listen to their audiences. And the tune changed, and you all know it. Tim is pro the country that shall not be named, but the sentiment changed over the past few months, and the pushback is visible. Also, what they said there, Candace's topic is hot right now. They are saying that the only way to get some views is to speak about Candace Owens. And that brings me to my second point, the coverage of her story. Non-existent coverage. Normally, media and social media would pick up a story like that and race each other in getting it out there. That's what normally happens. But for some reason, when Candace Owens dropped her claim that Macron's ordered and paid for her assassination, crickets. The only social media channel that was exploding was X, full of bots immediately calling her a liar, psycho, crazy, and so on. We are now seeing articles slowly rolling out, but those are very, very specific. When it comes to Candace Owens' assassination claims, it's as if someone put a gag order on all press and is now filtering what can go online and what can't. Take a look at the titles that made the cut. Candace Owens says Macron's ordered her killing, but there's no proof. Okay. Candace Owens falsely accuses Macron's of assassination plot in bizarre conspiracy theory. Truth or fake? Well, they already said falsely accuses. They know. Candace Owens' spiral is warning to my fellow Republicans. Video. Candace Owens says Macron's ordered her killing, but there is no proof. Is Candace Owens insane? Okay. New York Post. Candace Owens roasted for claiming the Macrons hired an assassination squad to kill her. Batshit crazy. It's here. I'm not making it up. Candace Owens' colleagues concerned after allegations that Macrons want to assassinate her. I wrote in the search bar Candace Owens, and I searched for news in the past 24 hours. That's it. I didn't find one normal title, one normal article, even one that's very neutral. I understand that it's a big deal to accuse a head of a country of planning to kill a citizen of another country. It can have insane implications, but to just dismiss it completely as crazy, untrue, impossible, demented, it is wrong. It has been mentioned before, but what if Charlie Kirk posted before his event publicly, this and this person will kill me? Or, I have a feeling that those people want me in the ground. Would he still be alive today? And now another question. Even if someone decided to prank Candace, made it look super believable that even after investigation, the threat of assassination seemed possible to her. After what happened to her friend Charlie, after her watching him taking a bullet to the neck, how can she not take it seriously? How can she not take action to protect herself? And what better way to do it than just scream about it as loud as she can? And now we make a full circle back to an official TPUSA event where this humble, God-fearing reverend did this speech. Take a listen.
So contrary to what Candace Owens is saying, who's spending her time trying to tear down the legacy of Charlie Kirk, fighting against Erica Kirk, his wife, I mean, you have to be cruel and demonic to insinuate the things that she has insinuated over the past several weeks. She's evil. That's what it is. And a big hand clap goes there. Don't get shy on me tonight. I ain't the one. I came too far to play around. It's evil. It's corrupt. It should not take place. She sounds like a jaded person who wish they were in the role that Charlie Kirk's wife is in, but she isn't. And so therefore she seeks to tear down his legacy. And at some point, her husband is going to have to walk into that podcast room and start unplugging cords. I mean, by now I would have already done it if it was my wife. I'm yanking cords. I'm shutting down the camera, shut down the ATEM. Sweetie, get up, get out of this room, and can you please help out with the kids? Because this is a dastardly deed that is being done. I thought that the greatest foe that we would have to contend with after the assassination of Charlie Kirk would be the left. But sadly, it's friendly fire from the right. I'm moving on.
So, Candace is evil, but this is godly. This is someone who represents the church. You can't call yourself a man of God and speak with so much hate and dishonesty and then demand people to applaud. He literally was like, Candace Owens is evil. Come on, clap for me, peasants. How are there people, even those that are against Candace, how are they listening to it and they're like, oh yeah, he's a good one. He knows what he's doing. He's the God's chosen one. Then again, there have been a skewed opinion about God's chosen people for decades now. Okay. Someone said, when you have to manipulate the audience into clapping because your ego can't stand rejection, you should probably stop pretending that you represent God in any capacity. Another one, the narrative about insulting a woman by saying Candace should be home taking care of her children is funny when Erica Kirk, a mom of two, is the CEO of TPUSA and running the very organization he is speaking at. This is humiliating for TPUSA. Scripture calls leaders to speak the truth in love, not sling demonic and evil labels to rally applause against a grieving friend exercising her God-given right to question authority. And this one, this validates everything Candace has been saying. There's definitely something suspicious about this TPUSA faith stuff. Feels like a federal operation to me. As I was preparing for filming this episode, I found something. A video from a recent past resurfaced of Rob McCoy, the amazing Mikey McCoy's father, the world's pastor, TPUSA God and Country Patriot pastor, board member of TPUSA Faith, who stood in his own pulpit and delivered a sermon that was basically a character assassination of Candace Owens. He called her a witch, said she had a Jezebel spirit, daughter of Satan, possessed, practicing witchcraft. All because she questioned certain countries' policies. That was their entire basis for it. Let's see it together.
To my Orthodox friends, the ones who were struggling over Charlie inviting Tucker, and you have to consider there's nowhere safe for them in the world. And they have an inclination to trust no one. And yet, in this dialogue, we went back and forth. I commend Charlie on his patience. He's remarkable. He can dialogue with Tucker and Candace and be on a text string with Orthodox rabbis. Be patient. He's gaining understanding. Dialogue. I responded to an Orthodox brother who said Candace is far right and Ocasio-Cortez is far left, and they both hate Jews. And I responded, I said, Candace and AOC appear to operate their influence by pathos and ethos and apply very little logos. They use pathos and ethos to judge and condemn an entire race of people. This is not far right or far left. It is mob rule by emotion and perceived legitimacy void of the pursuit of truth. This is why America, for now, and I pray more so in the future, is a somewhat safe haven for Jews because we are a republic.
There is no safe place for Candace and Tucker. Now, here's the part that should concern everyone. The moment Real Baron podcast started playing that sermon live, the church deleted it midstream. The page went 404 while people were still watching. That is not normal behavior for a church. Sermons stay online for years. You only wipe something like that if someone panicked. Then Ian Carroll tried to play the same sermon on a podcast, and within minutes there was a coordinated bot swarm tanking his ratings. Instant retaliation. This is happening in the same window of time where we've already seen pressure, warnings, and sudden coincidences surrounding anyone who talks about Candace's findings. And now we're watching pastors being used to go after a black Christian woman publicly because she questioned AIPAC and the war narrative. Okay. When you're deleting sermons in real life, scrubbing links, and bot attacking anyone who hits play, definitely doesn't make you look like the good guy. But we are not done suffering through horrific videos today yet. I have another one for you, and this one will make your teeth hurt. I'm warning you. Watch it first, and then I'll tell you what I think.
Owens' most recent update early Tuesday morning says the White House has confirmed receipt of her allegations. She informed the White House she was in danger, and that they'll be investigating the matter. I want you to pause for a minute, Lindsay. Miss Owens, they are coming for you. They're French.
That's actually...
They're French. They are coming to get you.
That's actually a pretty good accent.
So, you know, I feel bad. I'm getting sick of beating up on her. I just don't have anything nice to say about her. And I'm not even convinced that she's necessarily crazy or having a psychotic break.
So what are you convinced of? That she just wants attention?
She's dumb.
Oh, well,
and she's just...
You know, I don't...
She's a grifter and...
I'm just trying to, like...
Attention-seeking.
I'm really trying to...
And she also might be crazy, I don't know. But there is no chance. And this isn't the first time. She makes crazy claims all the time. They're out to get her. They're trying to silence her. Them, they being Israel and France and everyone. And none of it ever pans out. So she's the boy who cried wolf. And so this time, is there some complicated... She's being sued in court. People are not out to... They're out to get her. They're suing her. They're not trying to kill her.
It is the most obvious and gross media gaslighting caught on camera I've ever seen. It's disgusting. And the comments didn't disappoint. People see right through it. This is Mockingbird media in full effect to shut down truth. Wow. This one. This segment is a disgrace. These two are revealing themselves to be agents of Project Mockingbird. Another one. What is really off-putting is these two making a joke out of this. Oh, and this one. Smiling while not knowing if an assassination plot is true or not is wild. Thank you. We don't freaking know. Take a step back, wait for the situation to evolve, and form an opinion. Simply dismissing it and making fun of it is at minimum in bad taste. But, as usual, I want to know what you guys think. Are there any other influencers, podcasters, or pastors that deserve the petty award more than Tim Pool? Let me know in the comments. I will find those influencers and torture you with their clips in the future episodes. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and share it, and of course subscribe to my channel, turn on the notifications to never miss another Daily Freddo episode. And for even more content, follow me on Instagram and X at Daily Freddo. That's all for today. Have a good one.
Fine and dandy. I never say that. You know how come? Because I'm never both of those things at the same time.